From chess player to pimp, this is the story of Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate, or Emery Andrew Tate III, was born to his father Emery Tate Jr., and we know he has a mother in his life, or at least can presume from the things he said online, but I could not find her name nor really any information on her. He was born on December 1st, 1986 in Washington, D.C. He has two siblings, a brother named Tristan and a sister named Janny. His father, Emery Tate Jr., unsurprisingly, was born to Emery Tate Sr. He excelled in chess at a young age and was an American International Master of Chess. Maurice Ashley, the first black Grandmaster of Chess, reportedly called Tate Jr., quote-unquote, a trailblazer for African-American chess. Because of this, Andrew started playing chess at a young age, and at just the age of 6, he was already competing against senior players. His family wasn't necessarily doing great financially as they were living paycheck to paycheck. His dad served in the United States Air Force as a staff sergeant, and when he returned home, was forced to work multiple minimum wage jobs to keep the family afloat. Andrew was also a huge fitness buff. He especially loved wrestling and kickboxing, and when he was older, he actually became a professional kickboxer, but we'll get onto that later. At the age of 10, Andrew's mother decided to move back to her home in England with him and his siblings following. In the UK, one of his first jobs, or at least from what I could find, was moving 80-pound boxes of frozen fish into nearby markets at 5 a.m. Weirdly specific. Like, I doubt they were always 80 pounds or 5 a.m., but you get what I'm trying to say. Hopefully. Okay, he just moved fish. As previously mentioned, Andrew started his professional kickboxing career in April of 2009. Some highlights and lowlights of his career are that he beat Paul Randall and Daniel Hughes, both in separate occasions, to win cruiserweight titles. Cruiserweight is essentially between light and heavyweight, with the Daniel Hughes win he got actually being a first-round knockout, but it isn't all wins. In 2012, he lost the 85 Max Showtime title to Sehak Paparian. He also got knocked out and failed to win the 2016 championship. There's many more wins and losses of his. I'm not going to cover them all in this video. You can most likely find all that information with a quick Google search if you're interested. But it seems like he won his last fight, which occurred in Bucharest, Romania, where he actually currently resides. The tournament was called KO Masters 7. It occurred in 2020. He came out victorious against Marilem Ahmedi with a first-round knockout. Sorry if I'm pronouncing any of those names wrong. Although that was supposedly his last fight, he has since offered Jake Paul $3 million during the Jake-Conor McGregor beef when Jake was trying to get Conor to sign the deal. Andrew commented on one of Jake's tweets saying, "Jake Paul, it's clear to me that you're desperate for a reality check. If I made money impressing 4-year-olds on YouTube and managed to somehow become a multimillionaire from it, I would probably live in a dream world too. This is the hardest sport in the world, and people dedicate their lives to this, and most of them never get a payday. I don't have $50 million to bet with you, but I do have $3 million to bet with you. So this is your offer. $3 million. You put $3 million, I put $3 million. Winner takes it all. Any fight rules you want, send the contract." So, who really knows if that was Andrew's last fight? He has also supposedly been to jail multiple times, according to him, but I'm not 100% sure why, when, or where. It might have something to do with the fact that he looks to be linked to a far-right group called Manosphere, and a prominent member of that group was linked to a killing spree that occurred in Denver. He was on the UK version of Big Brother 17. In 2016, he joined on day 1 and was ejected on day 7 due to a video of him hitting a woman with a belt on some kinky shit being released by The Sun. People were speculating that the girl was recording it so that way, like, something about like showing it to the police, but Andrew did later say, however, that everything in the video was consensual via Twitter. The girl has also since come out and said how it was just them having fun. Speaking of how he treats women, he has made many sexist comments and overall misogynistic claims in the past, and instead of reading them out, I think it'd be best if you heard one for yourself. This is from a few days ago on Aiden Ross's stream.
I wouldn't even mind my girl doing OnlyFans as long as I kept all the money. I wouldn't give a shit. If I had a girl who said I want to do OnlyFans, I'm like, cool, go for it. Let me know how much money we make.
You're keeping all of it, though?
Yes, she's mine.
100%, you're keeping all profits.
I mean, I might let her buy us some shoes or something. But all in all, I mean, it goes into my bank, and I might gift her something, depending if she's been good that month. But she's my property, so she's selling my property. Like, if we're going to rent out my house.
Although, on a later stream, he did elaborate a little and say this.
Well, it depends, right? So if it's a girl who were to come to me and say, Andrew, I would like you to help me make money on OnlyFans, and they would come to me for my marketing expertise, then of course it would be a fair deviation. I make 20%, 30%, whatever. That's different. But if it's my girlfriend, my long-term partner, and we're going to be together forever, and she decides to go down that particular career path, I think I should have a much larger stake because she is my girl, and she is now giving away some of the most private and intimate parts of her body to the internet. Those parts of her body belong to me effectively because she's my woman. That's the whole point of being with somebody. So to pretend she's going to do that and make a bunch of money and give me nothing is, I find that disrespectful.
He also was under scrutiny for saying that those with mental health issues such as depression are lazy. He's been in trouble for a ton of other stuff. He's a super controversial person, but that's just one of the many things that if you look up Andrew Tate, like, controversy, that's one of the first things to pop up. It's one of the most well-known things that people dislike him for. Andrew has claimed that he's the world's first trillionaire, and although I'm 99.9% sure that isn't true, if you've ever wondered how he is so rich, the kickboxing seemed to have worked out for starters, but Andrew claimed that there isn't much money in kickboxing, so he was forced to work another job as well. But he is also obviously all over the internet and does have a YouTube channel, although apparently he doesn't even have a TikTok account, at least from the Aiden Ross stream he said he doesn't, and he runs a webcam streaming business with over 75 cams and started that after he got into debt with what he referred to as quote-unquote very dangerous people. And I'm not talking about Twitch. He started this about 10 years ago and was supposedly raking up to $1.4 million a month. Apparently on the site, people pay to speak to girls, and one of the girls puked and refused to clean it up, so Andrew took her belongings, threw them out the window, and kicked her out the house, which you could probably guess led to huge controversy. Andrew did claim that the woman made up reports that she was being abused, sent that to the cops. Also, speaking of the cam business, Andrew's brother Tristan, who was also involved in all of this, did reportedly admit to the entire thing being a quote-unquote scam, but he said he doesn't care nor feel any guilt about it. I've also seen online that him and his brother own a number of casinos, but I'm not sure of that, but he does also run the War Room, and they describe that as a global network, which examples of individualism work to free the modern man from socially induced incarceration. It's basically just an exclusive club for alpha males. He also sells many other online courses like Hustlers University 2.0. This gives off TikTok finance guru scam energy to me at least, but I don't know. Aside from income, he was recently, under investigation by the Romanian officials in a human trafficking and rape case, but that was soon dismissed by surveillance showing that the lady was not in any harm. As for Andrew's family, his father passed away on October 17th, 2015, while from what I've heard online, it seems as his mother is still alive and well. His brother Tristan seemed to have gone down the same path as Andrew. He's also an ex-fighter, and by the looks of it, now helps Andrew scam people out of their life-saving... sell courses. He's also an influencer. I can't 100% say it's a scam, I just have a gut feeling. As for his sister Janny, her life seems to be rather secretive, but it is believed that she's a lawyer. Well, that's Andrew Tate for you. One of the most loved and hated individuals on the internet right now. Let me know your opinions below, and have a great rest of your day.